Welcome back to Open Your Eyes, moving now into our third and final segment of the morning. Now, this one is all about Dare to Dream Big. What is it? It's a program, and we've got folks from BNE to tell us all about it. Albert Garcia is in with us, my buddy, that's my bro. He's from BNE Charitable Trust. And Charlotte Neil Lopez is director of Bestelar, and we're so glad to have both of you in. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. It's always a pleasure, guys. Good morning, Belize.
Yeah.
Coming in with
What's
that
this energy, right?
Yeah.
Bert, you have to come to the energy there, guys.
So, good morning.
But guys, very nice to have you in, primarily. And secondarily, let's talk about Dare to Dream Big.
Yeah.
This program, tell us about it, Albert. What is it about, and how did we get here?
Okay, the Dare to Dream Big program was brought together with us. Actually, I'll go back a bit just to explain a bit more about the trust. So that sort of helps to tie into understanding the purpose of the program. So the BNE Trust was actually brought about by the two directors, originating directors, Mike Usher and Susan Morris. They tried to find oil here in Belize for probably over 20 years. To no avail, nothing happened. When they had proper training in understanding sort of something you were discussing just now, which is EI, which is really understanding your mind a bit more, understanding your mindset, and even understanding the importance of alignment, that made the world of difference for them. So when they found oil, a part of what they wanted to do was have a special flow of revenue go to a trust, whereby the purpose of this is to really empower Belizeans and provide them with the same level of training that they had, so that they too can really make a difference. So at the trust, we're looking at how we can empower other Belizeans so that they too can understand the importance of their self, their potential, and also alignment. So the purpose of the Dare to Dream Big program, this came about based on their vision, which is helping entrepreneurs right now, because we know that due to COVID, they got hit quite hard. So what we looked at was how we can help them, first off, to expand on whatever vision they have, their vision or capacity of their business, be it new or an existing business. And then one of the things that we noticed was lacking was training. And of course, funding. So those are the two things that tend to be lacking in small businesses. So we looked at creating a program whereby we can help them expand on that vision, one, provide them with the business training that they needed. Separate from that, also look at seed capital. So we have the program, and it's designed for 50 people. Now, anyone can apply, new or an existing business. Of that, we will select 50. And what they will have access to is training from Ms. Charlotte Neal's group. Separate from that, what we're looking at is selecting 5 out of that 50 to award the seed capital to, one. Separate from that, it's also to provide them with the same level of training that the BNE directors had access to really help them understand the importance of mindset in business and their potential, because that's one of the key parts of it that we feel is lacking in business. It's looking at the mental approach to it, because in business, you can face challenges, and if you're not prepared mentally for that, that's when everything crumbles.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I love the approach that you're taking, because it's always a great idea to help entrepreneurs. And we have seen more and more where people are recognizing that entrepreneurs do need an extra hand at times. But you're taking it a step further. You are not just, what is the saying? Not give the man the fish, teach him how to fish. You're giving him the fish, but you're still teaching him to fish too. Because understanding how to manage that business is a key part of it as well. So, let's get Charlotte in at this point and talk about the training opportunities and the difference it can make for entrepreneurs.
Awesome. We were so excited to partner with BNE Trust on this very important project. It's one of those projects that we too dream of, because as entrepreneurs ourselves, having gone through that process, we see the importance of it. So we are the Belize Institute for Service Excellence, Leadership and Research. And our goal really is to inspire inspire people to dream big.
Yeah.
And so this program really fits right into our mentor. And for us, it's more than just a business arrangement. It's a passion of ours. What we've put together is an A team, as we always do, with expertise from business development to somebody working in the banking sector who actually knows what it is you're looking for when you're applying for funding.
Yeah.
And so we've put together 6 modules, a comprehensive training that starts on the 4th. And we're even looking at things like motivation. So we start off on a high note. On that first week in the orientation, it's getting motivated because it's really going to push you forward. It's a lot of work. I'm telling you, if you're going to apply, we want it to be a lot of work because a successful business requires a lot of work. You know, Steve Jobs said, do what you love and you won't work a day in your life. And I changed that quick as an entrepreneur. And I said, you will work every day in your life, but you will love it.
You will love it.
And so getting used to the concept of hard work is something we put right out there. So if you're coming here looking for the easy way out, a quick buck, this is probably not the place for you. I will work for myself because I work less. I work, no, sorry to burst your bubble. It doesn't work, but it's highly rewarding. And so we take you through that whole process of setting up your business, all the way to developing your prototype if you don't already have one. And, you know, examining your market, looking at your customers. Because one of the things that we like to do as entrepreneurs, so who are your customers? Oh, everybody, hola Belize. There's no such thing as you need to define your customers. Because your target customers dictate.
You can't chase everybody.
Exactly. And the design of your product as well. If your target customer are kids 5 to 9, you better have a lot of bells and frills and collars and whistles. So you need to know so we take you through that entire process. The financial management, which is crucial. You know, looking at your cash flow, all of that. And then there's the sales, the customer service. This is a full training. Throughout these 6 modules, which run around maybe 8 to 10 weeks. After each lesson, it's 3 hours for our Zoom. It's all online. What we do is you have assignments, you have deliverables. And we do that by using our online learning platform or bzlearn.com. So all this information is uploaded there. You could go back and review the lessons. You get additional materials and then you submit. So each week you're submitting parts of your plans, parts of your modules. You're going out there and talking to people. It's intensive, but it's great. It's walking you through that entire process. There will be the opportunity for those who come with an idea to, some people come in these trainings and at week 2 they say, Miss, I don't think my idea will work. This is what I had. And that's fine. We say to you, I'm glad you recognize it. This is the time to recognize it. And so you're free to change your idea at week 2. After week 2, forget it. This is the idea you go with. So we really want to work with them over that 6 weeks because after that, there's a pitch. We've not decided yet. I think it's
Is this Shark Tank style?
Pretty much.
I love Shark Tank. So
do I. We've not decided exactly which tank we're going to use, but we'll try and show at least 1 or 2 sharks in there for sure. And then at least maybe 20 to 25 of those successful participants who have showed that tenacity, you know, that viability, innovation they've stick through, will go on to do the pitch.
Nice. And from the pitch, you said 5 businesses will be 5 entrepreneurs will be selected to be able to receive some seed capital. How much would they receive?
Up to $10,000 they'll be getting. And what we're looking for, and I think I need to share this aspect of it as well. As I explained earlier, that with the trust we're looking at empowerment. So we are looking at a social dynamic when it comes to this because yes, business is there to generate a profit, but we also want to look at what social impact it'll make. Because we believe if you avail of the training, if you learn more, and if you can even do something to really help others move forward, that helps our country to move forward. And ideally, that's the goal. How can we get Belize to really, from my perspective, stand out as a beacon to the rest of the world, to show what is possible when people share with other people, when people believe in others.
Yeah.
And I think that can really showcase us and showcase what we're really about as a country.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that you've also said it doesn't have to be a new idea. You could already be in business, and this is an opportunity to be able to apply to improve your skill sets and then also access the possibility of additional capital.
Yes.
Yes, and one of the things I like about that, and I can share from our own experience,
Yeah.
some people dive in head first without doing all the planning and they underestimate the importance. And so they may be doing well, but they're struggling in so many areas. And so it pays to go back and revisit and really formalize your business. There are those who are in business and they've not even registered their business as yet. That whole formal process of maybe even establishing a bank account, etc. So all of that we walk you through, and we ask you to do that. And while we focus on, okay, 5 people will receive 10,000, and that's wonderful. I wish I was one of those 5.
But you're an entrepreneur.
The reality is that the value to the training, and Albert and I discussed this. When we do this with businesses, you're paying at least $5,000 to formalize your business, to get the plan, to get the training. So you are walking away with a value of at least $5,000 worth of training.
And that's for the start.
As a 50, for 50 of you. And to me, trust me, with that alone, you can go ahead and make your own money. Because it's
and
going to be,
apply for funding too.
Apply for funding, because that's a part of what we will do. Make sure that you know what's available, what resources are out there. And because we're so passionate in ensuring that this is a success, we've committed to follow with these entrepreneurs, the successful ones, and those who reach out to us as well, among the 50, to monitor and evaluate at the 3-month point, at the 6-month point. Because they need to have an implementation plan. What's your plan? And so we are guiding them through the process. Up to a year to make sure it's successful.
And indeed, it's always about the plan. One of the things I wanted to touch on, you did mention new and existing business. I think it's a very good thing, especially for existing business, because they already have somewhat of a blueprint. So all they need to do now is to just make some corrective measures, and that's where the training comes in. How do you apply to be a part of this?
We have the application process a couple of ways. One, of course, we have a Facebook page. There's also an Instagram page whereby you can go on. We have the flyer there with the ability to scan and access the material it's just a form to fill out with some questions. So it makes it easy. As well, you can access the BNE Trust website. So it's on there. So, of course, any type of social media, or if you'd even like to call, you can also call the BNE Trust, and we will walk you through the steps of the application process. One of the things that we really want to emphasize is that this is open for anybody. It's not limited.
Any age, any part of the country.
Well, 18 plus. But
we got some young entrepreneurs we've been featuring these days. Let me tell you, 11.
Really?
Yeah.
They've got their business going on.
We're 18 and above.
Yeah.
We were looking at.
So we're catering for 18 and above. It could be a bar shop. It could be your...
Whatever it is, we're asking people to apply. Don't look through the mindset of fear, of worry. What about this or what about that? If you apply, you don't know what can happen.
That's true.
And as Ms. Lopez explained, I mean, the value of the training is $5,000 in terms of what you're getting. And that's just a step in the right direction. You never know what can happen. So it pays to just try it out, apply. If you have an idea, don't doubt yourself, because I know the biggest limitation in any business, any person, is their own doubts, their own fears that limits you. And that's a part of what we want to look at with the training as people progress, and especially when we look at the mental aspect of the training, to understand how to forego those negative thoughts, your own self-doubts, to move forward with business, because you can do it, you can get it done. You just need to believe in yourself first and move forward.
So I'm sure you've got a lot of buy-ins right now, but
Dare
am I
to
late
dream.
to apply? And what's my duration? Because I want to have a conversation with my partners. I want to, hey,
Yeah.
you think we should apply for this?
Yep.
What's the window for application?
We have applications, the closing date is the 22nd, so there's still quite a bit of time.
Oh
Yeah.
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 So-
And it's a very simple, we were skimming
Yep.
through the application form.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a very simple pre-screening.
Yeah. And it's 50 people who will benefit, 50 entrepreneurs who
Yep.
will benefit from this training.
Yep.
15.
That's a lot of slots. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. You have a great chance of getting in.
Yeah.
And as I was sharing with Albert, I mean, our goal is to try and get at least 300 applicants so that we can select from a good
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
But I was telling him, for us, because we are into research, those are valuable. That's valuable information
Yeah.
to
It
receive, to be able to know what's out there.
Yeah.
And like he said, this is a pilot project.
Yeah.
So that information helps us. So don't discount yourself and say, well, I might not win. The fact that you applied and we know, hey, you have an interest,
Yeah.
you have an idea, it helps us to prepare for a following cohort, to be able to know, hey, these are the people who are looking for funding.
Can I apply if I haven't started anything yet? Like I just have the idea in my mind and I'm thinking, okay,
Yes.
great.
You
So
certainly
Well,
It's
that's
open to
that's the part of the dare to dream big.
Yep.
Definitely. And the insight that you will get, a little over a year ago, we pitched for an IADB fund and went through the whole process, and the training was tremendous. I did not win, but I learned so much, and that's why I'm so passionate about this experience, because
Yeah.
I know the benefits of it. We in Belize like to do things haphazardly,
Yeah.
and sometimes for us
Structureless.
it works. But guess
Yeah.
what? You get stuck at a certain point in your growth, and it works for you here. But moving to the next level requires that structure. It requires that you get that knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's what we're offering. So even if you say, oh, but I did do okay. No. Okay is not good enough.
That's
not
right.
good enough.
We want you to grow. And so that's what we're providing.
And
that
even if you're
structure.
doing okay, how's your staff doing? And also, are you as efficient as possible? So, and are your customers happy or your clients happy? So I think that people, I mean, you're right. I think just the benefit of having 50 entrepreneurs enroll in this type of project is a big deal already. And then, of course, moving to the point of the pitch, that's going to be interesting. I do hope that,
Definitely.
yeah.
We are, depending on what's going on at the time, we're considering doing it online.
Okay.
But we're going to do it live on Facebook.
Nice.
So there will be that feature as well.
Yeah.
Participants need to know it's not just the pitch, because some people might say, well, I don't like to talk.
Yeah.
I'm not good at presenting.
You're right. That might,
A lot
they
of
might get
people feel
worried.
that
I
way.
know.
That's
Yeah.
a lot, yeah. But that's only 40%. The entire process and your deliverables, whatever you're submitting, those are going towards 60%. So when you go in to do the pitch, you already have a potential 60% that
Okay.
you have earned by showing up, by being committed, by doing the stuff weekly, and then the pitch is 40%. So even if you're not a great speaker, don't worry about it. There are other ways that you can.
Yeah,
be-
you could make a breakthrough.
You
through,
guys must be
via other ways.
excited to see who's going to apply. Have you
Yes.
you started to see some applications already, right?
Yes,
Tell us about some
oh
of the
my
businesses
goodness.
that are applying at this time.
I think there was quite a wide range from looking at, I know you mentioned barbering, from looking at cake to looking at in terms of Honeybee's business. I haven't gotten to see every single one
Yeah.
because I think at this point there's close to 200 applications.
Oh wow.
So
Already.
And you still have an additional
Additional time.
week to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know, John, if you want, you can apply.
One of the things we encourage people to do is
Charlotte's like, I want more.
yeah, we want more. We want to encourage
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
We encourage people to be innovative. We've seen, especially through this pandemic, that's one of the things that have set businesses apart. Those who are able to be innovative. I saw an entrepreneur in Belmopan, because bars are closed, etc.
Yeah.
And people, I'm not a heavy drinker, but your little cocktails.
Yeah.
And then I see this frozen stuff, where it's bagged, and you can just go and pick up your frozen stuff.
and
And I'm like,
move away.
this is genius. So So it's innovation. I don't have to sit and, I could pour it in my own fancy glass and put my little piece of pineapple at home. But the idea that you are able to innovate is what's going to really stand out. That you have a business, but it's that innovation that's going to put you over the edge. So think of those creative ways that you can come up with in order to really put yourself above the rest.
Oh my goodness, you are not
Dare
girl.
to dream big.
It's possible.
I love it.
Possible.
And I think the pandemic has weighed down heavy on a lot of people. A lot of people have lost their jobs or they're working for less income and people have to find ways to supplement. The ideas are there. We are a creative bunch of people. We just need that push. And this might be the push for many.
Yeah.
It is to inspire. That's really the goal, like I said. So brush up your idea, submit your application, and we're committed to get back to everybody. So don't say, oh, I'll send in my application. I don't hear from them people at all. We'll get back to you nonetheless, whether you are successful or not. Just to let you know, there will be another time.
And while you offer this training, so they could work towards being able to do it at another time as well, or at least segments of it.
Yes, we do offer this business development training as a regular part of what we do at the Belize Institute. And so if you feel that you want to do something outside of this, please, by all means, you can contact us. We schedule this training at least twice a year. At least twice a year online. And it's very affordable and it gets great reviews. So there are other opportunities.
So Albert, you have the task of sifting through the 200, 300 applications.
I was just thinking about it.
Like, I would be excited to see all of those,
It will be myself along with, of course, our administrator. And we also have someone working directly with us who has quite a bit of business experience. So we do have that benefit. And I think it's going to be a quite exciting time, as Ms. Charlotte explained, because looking at all the data we can gather, it gives us a clear picture of the areas of need also in Belize. And how we can look at moving forward to create that impact there, because as you explained, it is a pilot project. This is something that we're looking at starting off and then looking at how we can replicate this to make it a continuous process whereby I believe that we can grow on a whole.
Well, definitely one final thing that I forget to mention, no double dipping, please. It's a small pool. If you know you've received funding already from some other source, be honest and declare that in your application. Because if you don't declare it and we find out, and we will find out through the screening process, you disqualify yourself. You could say, yes, I got 1,000, and we will look at that. It won't disqualify you, but it's important that we know who you're working with, who you've partnered with, what your status is. Because we really want to ensure that those who are deserving of the funding, who really need it to move forward, those are the ones who are getting it. So make sure you're telling the truth. Make sure, because we will find out. We will do the little background check.
I love how nicely she said that. It's like, we're going to investigate.
We must. Integrity is a huge part of business.
And also, I think it's also one of those things that there are people who who may need it a bit more, who haven't had the opportunity as yet. So this is a wonderful idea. Dare to dream.
Dare to dream.
big.
And we're so thankful that you guys could have joined us this morning to discuss the situation. We know that this is actually a win-win for all. Making the application is actually a win for you. You could do it again in the event, no? So thank you guys so very much for coming in this morning.
Thank you very much for having us.
We wish all those businesses all the best.
Go ahead and apply. You have until Sunday at midnight. Don't let the time pass you by or the opportunity.
All right.
All right, you can find it on Facebook. You can scan the QR code on the flyer. You can call BNE, email BNE, or access it on the website.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much for being here, and best of luck. Looking forward to seeing who gets the top 5. I want to see the pitch. That's
I want to see that too.
All right.
All right, so we're about to take a break, and when we come back, I think we've got one big news.
Yeah, today's a big day.
It's a big day.
We got the touchdown of the Pfizer vaccine.
Pfizer vaccine just touched down in Belize. We'll tell you a little bit more about it when we come back.